Hi, my name is Tim Zerillo, and I'm shooting this video from Zerillo Law LLC in our offices in the Old Port on Exchange Street in Portland, where we serve clients throughout the state of Maine. And I want to talk to you today a little bit about wrongful death law. You know, it's a very complicated area of the law. First of all, obviously, if you're watching this wrongful death video, it may be that you think you have a wrongful death claim, which means you probably lost somebody that was important to you in your life. And for that, I want to extend my condolences. This area of the law is extremely complicated. There's a lot of nuts and bolts to it, and I want to give you a brief introduction here. But first, please remember that this video is not for the purposes of giving you legal advice. It's just a general information video. Laws change as time goes on, and this video, as I shoot it in April of 2011, might be different when you're viewing it. As always, if you have any questions about a case you think you might have, please contact us and we'll be happy to help you with them. I'll give you some contact information at the end of the video. Well, who brings a wrongful death claim? It's brought by the personal representative of the estate of the decedent, and it needs to be brought within 2 years after the decedent's death. If it's not brought within those 2 years, it is likely that you have lost your right to bring that claim ever. So it's very important that the claim be brought in a timely fashion by the personal representative who's appointed by the probate court. And we can talk about how you do that if you have questions and a personal representative has not been named in a will. From there we get into a very complicated issue, which is caps on damages and who can collect. Well, the question of who can collect is a little easier. It goes by the probate code, so the estate actually brings an action for the wrongful death, and under the probate code, people like surviving spouses and other heirs like children can collect, and there are certain allocations for the way that works. And that's something we need to look at in a case-by-case basis, but an heir can collect, generally speaking. So you go from there and then you look at the caps on damages issue, and by caps I mean a ceiling on damages, the most you could collect. And unfortunately, write your legislator, the wrongful death statute caps damages. They expanded it a bit in 2009, so it's been expanded a little bit, but some damages are capped and some damages are not. And we're talking about what's capped and what's not. Non-pecuniary damages, as we call it, are generally capped, and pecuniary damages are generally not, although that's not always the case, but that's generally the case. So what I mean by non-pecuniary pecuniary damages are things like loss of comfort, support, society, companionship. That's capped at $500,000, for example. Punitive damages are now capped at $250,000. Pecuniary losses include financial losses, loss of support. Those are not capped. Conscious pain and suffering of the decedent is not capped. There's a very interesting one that's not capped, and there's a federal case on this issue called relational losses. And you would think this would be a non-pecuniary loss, but it's not capped. And that's the loss of a child, the loss a child has when a parent dies, and the losses related to advice, upbringing, protection from that parent to the child that has been lost. As always, when you're dealing with any area of the law, but specifically here with wrongful death, there are all sorts of issues that come up, and each case is different. And it's very important that we understand your case and the facts of your case as early as possible. So look, feel free to give us a call about a wrongful death case, a potential wrongful death case, or any type of case. If you're not sure we handle it, and I don't handle it, or my firm doesn't handle it, then I'll tell you the name of somebody I know who does handle it. But give us a call and we'd be happy to help, or send us an email. The website where you can get all sorts of email information about the firm and information about myself is www.getzerillo.com. That's www.getzerillo.com. Or you can call us, and that is 207-347-6063, 207-347-6063. As always, thanks for watching the video. I appreciate you watching it, and I hope it's been informative to you, and I hope you all have a nice day.